Hello everyone, and what a nice day here we have in the Oita mountainside here in Autopolis. Welcome everyone to round 2 of HoloType Japan. We're continuing on from our races in Fuji. We have a race here in Autopolis on a bright sunny day here. It's a bit chilly here, all things considered, in the Oita mountainside, but we'll still have a cracking race nonetheless. And with that being said, let's take a look into the track map of the Autopolis race. Speaking of which, we'll be racing in the Autopolis 160 minutes. But first we're going to be dealing with the Split A race. So let's take a look at the track map here. 4.67 kilometers. The total track length of the racetrack, 19 corners in total. We're looking at a race distance of only 201 kilometers for only 43 laps to meet the 80-minute mark. I look at our lap record here. We have been able to see a 1:35.239 set by the drivers. So we'll see how it goes from here as the drivers get themselves ready for qualifying, as they're now coming in for practice. And with that being said, we would like to introduce a few new things to the grid here in the Split A race. Callum Gibbons races for Roboco, grabbed a Split C win that elevates him to the top of the standings in Split A. Bamakashu not far behind in second, Russell Kurashu third for Lapless Darkness. And then we got fourth for Alex Grant for Yukon Alami with a great start this season, all things considered. Lexi Bowens has returned to ARO competitions, has yielded her fifth for Shiragari Noel, but will momentum stay that way as she is looking to get herself further up in the standings to qualify for the CEO Series phase of the HoloType series. Chucky Reza for Moses Unene in 6th, Daniel Vargas 7 for 23, Hoshino Rio 8 for Nakiri Ayame, Raji Kaczynski 9th, and Mizaki Sakura 10th for Yusuke Choko and Himori Luna. So 11th place from Olga for Zarsparu in the final CEO series spots for the JP version, for the JP CEO. Sakaji Mika left 12 for Sakura Miko, Ayu Nakamura 13 for Akai Hato, Alson Tara 14 for Netomata Okayu, Joshua Asahi 15 for Hakui Koyuri. And looking at 16th onwards, we have a few new faces. Chaka Labradores for Natsuri Romansuri replaces Johan Sinful. Jeff Rohan for Tokoyami Toa, Women for Shikara Fubuki. And then another new face, Raymark Rosales for Shiranui Flair. Kamine Ripa, Shishirabal 10 20th. And Osne Wizard 21st, replacing Sean Pauly for Inugami in the Inugami Korone seat. And that out of the way, we will now get ourselves ready for qualifying. And with that out of the way, we are just gonna do some slight adjustments to the config and the colors. And there we go. So anyways, my name is Mama Shadi Reza in the commentary booth, and I am again the only one in the booth here, so we're just gonna have to work with what we have. So got a few cars already, drop frames 1000. Please tell me if the stream is lagging in the chat so that I can anticipate what's going on. But anyways, we do have Russell Kurashu out on track, first car out. Oh yeah, speaking of which, here's a bit of a surprise for everyone to see. Kizuhara Leo racing in the Split A race. She is usually the driver racing in Split B, but we will give Leo some slack as she has to have to deal with Murasaki Shian's impending graduation later today at, I believe, 7 p.m. Japan time. I'm just gonna double check on the date. No, it's in 9 p.m. Japan time. And so Kizuhara Leo will be racing in the jacket version of the livery to replicate what Shion was wearing in the sixth fest at the start. Hey, not even we managed to, not even we could predict what could start all this. So give us some slack. But anyways, Kizuhara Leo having her heads up high, racing for the Oshi that carried her throughout the years. Now having to see her go, which is a big weight to carry. Of course, Kizuhara Leo is aiming for a win and the final races of this one. Alright, So, by the way, we are just gonna give an on-the-grounds update because recently there was a Stars Touring Car Championship race in Silverstone that ended with Hanasaki Miyabi taking the win, but it's still Regis Altare with the championship lead, leading only by 7 points to Kanade Izuru, and then third is Kishido Tenma in third place. So we will check out the Kizaru Leo's onboard lap, see how it goes from here. So again, have a great exit from the final corner to start your flying lap here in Autopolis. And then walk out your braking zone at around right here, just before the 100-meter board. Get a good arc into turn 1, and then flat out into turn 2. And then into turn 3. Easy into second gear, and then coming to the first hairpin section here down to first gear, 25.265 for the Murasaki Shion driver as she now accelerates away into turn 7 and turn 8. A bit of a lift here because you need to have a lot of cornering grip, mechanical and downforce. And then you continue making your way uphill into the second hairpin, turn 11. So you have to be careful about your throttle inputs, try to get a best exit possible. Pull the roller coaster straight. Into turn 12 you go. Easy you go, Kizaru Leo. Only 101.540. And then picking it well and tidy into the third sector. Try to treat it as a single complex here so that you can have a rhythm and flow blowing. Get it? But anyways, you are now coming into turn 17, and then into a long right-hander, turn 18. Hang it in third gear, try to eat the curves if you have to. And then flat out into turn 19, the final corner. You got a great run off of the main straight, and that should be a lap here in Autopolis. And here's a surprising face up on provisional pole. It's Outsun Tanarao from Split C, who have this Oshi participate in stage 3 of the Colorized Harmony concert, but reshuffled into Split C, into Split A in Japan races, not world races, but he's still going to be racing Split C. He will start. He's going to be set to start on pole position in the number 5 Nekomata Kaiju car, and behind him is Chaka Labradorus on debut in the Natsuru Matsuri number 7. And speaking of Jeff Rohan, who won here in last year in Hall at GD3, is now up into third place. Raja Kaczynski now has overcome his way into second for Suzuki Choco. Raymond Rosales now having a greatest of debut, starting set in 19th right now. All Gordon improves. He now goes up into 5th place. Tyler Williams, meanwhile, he's not racing today. He will be racing tomorrow. For why we're mentioning about him right now. And alternate Wizard down in 20th place for Inagami Korone. I noticed that one of the drivers has not set a lap yet. That's Chucky Reza now up in 5th. Kizaru Leo in her final, in her guest appearance, by the way, in HoloType. So I just wanted to remind everyone about the circumstances that's going on as we're looking at Shaka Reza starting to continue his lap. Mohamed Cashew now up into 7th place. For Tsunamaki Watami, we are looking into the other driver who have yet to start a lap, Daniel Barger for Shimaki Suisei. Well, we are just gonna check what's going on, and right now he is parked in the garage here. So I'm not sure what's actually happened to Barger. So we are just gonna have a short replay session to see what has happened. And actually it's pretty ugly. Let's look at what Daniel Barger, what happened to him in qualifying. So he's about to complete his lap, And as you can see, he went over the curves and just went straight up into the sand trap, and that is him out of qualifying. And so we are just going to have to continue as it is. Daniel Barker will not take any further part in qualifying. He will start dead last on the grid. Oof. Right now, Elson Chanara is looking unstoppable, looking for his first win for Nekomata Kaiju, but not before a Gen 2 driver in the form of Rem Olgord starts to spoil the party in Exodia. And then we have Irene Nakamura, fresh off her win in Sepang last Sunday, is looking to make something work here in Split A. With her run currently in 3rd place, she is looking to get something, as we mentioned earlier. Iskaji Mikalev now up in 5th place, having a great run so far. Right now we also have Lexi Bowen now up into 14 for Shirogane Noel in essentially Noel's home race. So at this point, Lexi Bowen, with no races in Australia at the moment, will have to treat this race at Autopolis to be Lexi's home race to be. Obviously, she hasn't had the best of races in the Holo GT3 race, but she has to work with what she's got, so she did at least enjoy the time representing Noel. Callum Gibbons, meanwhile, has been beaten by Rim Olgor, who had now gets himself back in second. Gibbons having great form here as the championship leader in Split A, as he is looking to continue to mark out his dominance in the Suyo. Looks like Roboko has also been very committed to the colorized outfits. You look into her shorts and her dance videos, she's often doing this in the colorized outfits. So Cal Gibbons is repaying the favor in the HoloType machinery. Trying to work out with what he's got, and also he is riding through the pain at the moment. The pain of having to hear that his fellow Oshi in Nikisanji, Folger Ovid, having to graduate in May. So Cal Gibbons is essentially racing with a partially heavy heart, and he is going to try to give it everything he's got. Misaka Sakura doing very well though in 7th place. Kizara Leo improves to get herself into 17th in this points-paying race. Meanwhile, we get to see a battle of sorts between Horatio, who is currently down in 13th place. That's a battle between himself and Hoshitono Rio. Ray Marzales now down in 21st, was set to line up alongside Daniel Barger at the start of the race. So we still have 8 cars left that have yet to finish their laps. Joshua Asahi, of course, being one of them. And then Callum Gibbons and then Raymark Rosales. So we will check onto Asahi and whether or not he can improve. No improvements from Asahi. Actually, there is 135.387 for the the reliable Hakui Koyori driver. Callum Gibbons not looking for any improvements. He now comes into the pit. Same goes to Raymark Rosales. Kizuhara Leo, Hoshitono Rio, Rustin Horatio. Next drivers to cross the line. Leo will complete his lap. Well, her lap. So we'll see how it goes from here. Goes up into 13th. And as it stands right now, that will be the end of qualifying. as we still have the drivers on their way to their pit boxes. And that is it. Alcantara take a bow as he now sets a pole position for... He sets a pole position for Nekomata Kaiju. That's a very, very interesting set of circumstances to find out. Now with that out of the way, we are going to introduce everyone to the starting 11 for the... Well, not starting 11, or it's just not football. It's the starting lineup here for the Autopolis 160 minutes split A race. Oh, wow. Standings here. So anyways, let's take a look into the starting lineup here. Apologies if you have heard some very loud noises in the intermission. But anyways, Alcantara starts on pole position for Nekomata Kaiju with 134.350, beats our lap time targets by a second. Rim Olgor will start second for Ozura Subaru, with Cal Gibbons third for Roboco. Ari Nakamura fourth for Akai Hato. Osne Wizard fifth for Ingami Korone, who absolutely have made tons of improvements in his lap to get himself up there. Sakaji Mikala starts sixth for Sakura Miko. And then we have Misaki Sakura seventh for the Himimori Luna, with Raj Gazitsky eighth for Yuzuki Choco. Muhammad Cashew ninth for Sonomaki Watame, with Muhammad Shakif Reza 10th for Momosa Zanene. Chaka Labrador starts 11th for Natsuri Matsuri, with 12th place goes to Jeff Rohan for Tokayama Toa. Kizora Leo in her guest appearance in the HoloType for Murasaki Shion, she will start 13th. Look at that jacket livery in the front, if you haven't noticed. 14th, Joshua Asahi for Hakuri Koyori, with 15th, Rustin Coraggio for Lapis Darkness. Lexi Bowen starts 16th for Shirogane no, Alex Ren 17th for Yuki Hanalami, 18th place coming at rebuff of Shirabotan in Eishishi Lami row 9. Pushes on Rio starts 19th for Nakiri Ayame, with Ezekiel starting 20th for Shirakami Fuuki. And then Raymark Rosales, we forgot to change his nationality, or we got the nationality slightly wrong. He is actually Filipino. He will start 21st for Sharinoi Flair, and Daniel Barger starts 22nd, and last place for Hoshimachi Suisei. So we are just gonna do the intermission once again. Yes, we have cleared the weird-ass names. Get ourselves, give us a time to process the dinghy, and by dinghy I mean the start line cameras. So we have our start cameras almost adjusted. We have a field of 22 drivers strong. And as you can see here, we have Alcantara on pole position. And Rim Olgor alongside. We will finally get the start underway here in Autopolis. It's Antara, the Nekomata Kaiju driver, on pole position. And then we have Rim Olgor alongside him. And the races go here in the Autopolis. 160 minutes. And it's a great start there from Alcantara. Beats out Rim Olgor, and now Rim Olgor has to defend against Count Gibbons. Oh, we got a driver spinning. That is, this is Sakaji Mikalev collects Joshua Asahi, and we have a bunched up mid-pack here as everyone manages to survive, but Mikalev has some damage in his car, so does Joshua Asahi. But everyone else remain unscathed with Alcantara. Now lead Count Gibbons. Rim Olgor third, Wizard 4th, Sakura 5th, Nakamura down to 6th, Kaczynski 7th. As now we have to see, now we're going to be seeing both of these drivers go at it once again. Sakura looking for revenge for what happened in Sepang, and she's now up into 5th place once again. Kaczynski 7th, Cashew 8th, Shakureza 9th, and Mikalev runs out the top 10. And now we have Kazara Leo trying to defend against against a hometown favorite. Sergey Knowles is Lexi Bowen. Lexi Bowen now having a great run off of the roller coaster corner straight here, but she doesn't have the speed needed to make the move here, get close alongside. Lexi Bowen will have to find other avenues in attack if she wants to make her way past Kizuhara Leo. Well, Elsa and Tara, having dealt with lots of bad luck here in Autopolis, especially in HoloType GT3, is now trying to make amends here as he now leads his first laps on merit here in Autopolis. Meanwhile, we have Alternate Wizard and Misaki Sakura though on the charge. Very great stuff there from Sakura as she now gets up there into a position there, but it has to be re-overtaken by Alternate Wizard in the 56 Inugami Corona machine. Alternate Wizard really trying to make great moves here, trying to mimic what Corona did in the 6 Fest. Remind everyone about the thingy. We are just going to switch the logos for this to HoloType Japan, and there we go. So anyways, we have Lexi Bowen now on her battle against Kizuhara Leo once again, as Kizuhara Leo now goes up into the points once again, but it's going to be Lexi Bowen having to tuck herself back. Daniel Barger, meanwhile, has now gotten up into 20th place. Still 5 positions away from the point, so he needs to make 5 overtakes done. Tara's gap, absolutely amazing so far from the Ukrainian driver, having not had the opportunity to win races in the first 2 years in ARO competition so far, but now Antaro is looking to make amends with the fastest lap of the race as well, 1:35.625. For the Okayo driver. Very great stuff there. As you can see here, Wizard now having to defend once again against Sakura, but I don't think that's the place Sakura needs to be if she wants to make an overtake. Meanwhile, Kaczynski and Nakamura trade blows between each other, and it's going to be Kaczynski now up into 6th place. That's now a good time to show everyone the race field monitor, as everyone will be on I believe, a one-stop strategy. Latest of the pit stop will be done on lap 31, lap 32. Lap 34 here for Ira Nakamura. Looking at Alton Taro, he is going to go in the mid runs, in the middle of the pit stop window. And for those who will be pitting pretty early, looking at Sakura, Ray, Mark, Rosales, they will be trying to go for the undercut strategy. It will be interesting to see how these drivers will be dealing with their racecraft here. As you can see, Kaczynski already has damage on the right side of the car. And looking into the rest of the field here, Moore doing very decently up in 4th place here in his debut, the best of the debutants. Labrador is not far behind in 11th. Raymond Rosales having to hang back in 21st. But if you look into the strategy here, Rosales isn't going to stay in 21st for long, because he will be pitting very much soon as Alton Tara continues to set fastest lap after fastest lap. This is amazing there from the Okayu driver, having had luck go against him and his racecraft go against him and himself going against him in the prior times he's been racing. But now he's looking to make amends here in Autopolis. Will he be able to win finally after 2 years of racing for Nekomato Okayu? Well, that's a question that we will be answering in the end of the race, but for now we will take a slight commentary break, as we will be leaving you with potential battles up front in the midfield, especially at Jeff Rohan. So stay tuned in the stream, don't go anywhere. We'll be back to you shortly. Welcome back at Autopolis, and now we are seeing Jeff Rohan continuing to make progress, where he is right now in 13th place, trying to chase the rest of the pack here. Meanwhile, Santanaros' gap to Callum Gibbons has only remained at 1.7 seconds. Not comfortable, but still manageable. At this point, this is honestly, if I were to be in Santanaros' shoes, this is honestly uncharted territory for the Okayu driver, as he hasn't had the experience to lead a lap like this before. But meanwhile, looking into the rest of the field, Leo is doing very well here to defend 15th place, but because you can see here, Riba now trying to defend 14th place. Kizar Leo is actually looking for overtakes here in Sion's swan song. But right now, will Leo have enough in the tank? And right now, it's still Riba's 14th place. Meanwhile, Labrador has made his move on to Joshua Asahi for 11th place. I'll tell you what right now, Leo, she's currently on a charge right now. If you're looking to the last lap she's done, 135.9, and Kamina Riba only sitting at 136.3. This is actually fastest lap territory, so not exactly fastest lap, but she is already coming into matching in the leaders' lap time. So Kizora Leo is absolutely rocking it so far. Right now, she can finish out the top 10 and the top 5, or better yet, top 5, or even better yet, the win. And this will be a win to remember. Leo again. Outside, inside. Kizora Kaminariba doing a slight block here. Kizora Leo is forced to be on the inside. The unfavorable line. Now she's about to be under pressure from Lexi Ball once again. And now coming into top, coming in to even more battles here. Not sure where we can find it right now, but I can't keep my eyes on Leo so far. She is absolutely spurred on by Shion's announcement and the fact that today is the day of reckoning for all Shiokos. So Leo has to be in her stride to get herself into solace, knowing that she has been a wonderful driver for Murasaki Shion. It will, I think, as it stands, it will be the only it's currently the seat. The team with the is actually going to become the seat with only one driver serving the team for the entire ARO, and that is Kizuhara Leo, the only driver for Murasaki Shion. And the one and only driver for Murasaki Shion to absolutely make a charge. And you can see here that again, a very great exit off of the final corner there from Leo. Very great run here, but again has to switch down to the inside and the outside. If you look at the onboard here, you can see how far still Leo is. Leo can still try, but as you can see here, Riba has a much tidier outside line than the inside line. So it's going to be still Riba ahead of Leo. Callum Gibbons now in second place for Roboco, trying to actually eat the gap between himself and Tanarao. Both are racing stalwarts in aero competitions. Callum Gibbons racing, having a history of racing in Australia's Octane Online Racing. This is multiple series where it's a 7 Corsa Competizione or Le Mans Ultimate. That's where he gets his that's where he gets his prototype experience from. Meanwhile, Alcantara, just guy who drives for Nekomata Kayu, formerly of Guru Harisha, but never got a chance to drive for her. And right now, Taro still on his own charge. He hasn't been able to lead laps like this, but right now he is soaking up the pressure absolutely sublimely. If you still look into the previous laps though, Taro is still able to actually pull away from Cal Gibbons now. As you can see, he already pulled away by 0.2 of a second, but not before Cal Gibbons beats it back in the at the exits. But in the corners there, Antara has the advantage. So I believe that is where we will be seeing a difference of ethos. So right now, Antara needs to build a gap in these corners. Meanwhile, that's Zeke Wimberly and Alex Ran here. Here's Zeke Wimberly is on board as Alex Ran already makes the pass. As they exit the hairpin, though, I believe it was Alex Ran making a dive bomb on Zeke Wimberly at the hairpin, and that is Rustin Caraccio now up into 17th place. It's not Alex Ran and Wimberly, it's Rustin Caraccio and Zeke Wimberly. Don't mind the munching sounds. I just woke up. I haven't had any breakfast, so I'm looking at the last and turn around 135012. Cal Gibbons 135312. So Antara knows how to soak up pressure from the reigning race winner. No race winner skirts so far here in this race, but right now we just hope that Cal Gibbons maintains his form. And now we're on lap 10. No pit stops just yet. We are getting absolutely close to Lexi Bowen, pitting no later than lap 18. Ari Nakamura not pitting later than lap 34. So we are seeing massive variance in pit stop strategy. We are looking at Zeke Wimberly is on board in the number 22 Shirakawa Furuki machine, racing in Split C in World, but racing in Split A in Japan. All Split A drivers in World will race in Japan as well. Oh, you can see here there's already a move down the inside. That's Rohan and Reba. They both trade blows once again. Reba's now down to 15. I'm being overtaken by Kaminari Reba. Or rather, Kaminari Reba has yet to be overtaken by Kizaru Leo, but Kizaru Leo is going to try again. As we have reported in the ARO Twitter, Leo will be using the jacket version of delivery this race, and in tomorrow's Split B race, she will be using the t-shirt version of delivery. So there's two different livery ethoses. We're not gonna go on board with Kizaru Leo right now in car number 8. Still too far back though, but meanwhile Lexi Bowen is slightly catching. Oh, meanwhile we got Labradorus and Mikolev going side by side between each other. Oh, there's contact between the two. Chaka Labradorus have to back off there as Mikolev hangs around. Lots of body work. Yeah, lots of bodywork damage on the sides there, I notice. Meanwhile, the top two battle have become so great that they have now pulled away from third place Rim Olgor, who have done pretty okay so far, but based on what happened last time at Fuji, he did finish outside of the points. So, he actually did finish inside the points in Split C. He finished in 11th, or rather he finished 12th in that race. So he is now sitting in the tiebreaker for 10th with Misaki Sakura in a Subaru Luna machine. Remolgor now charging forward in third, trying to find a way to get himself back in position. Meanwhile, Misaki Sakura on a charge herself, currently in 4th. Misaki Sakura absolutely spurred on by support from, getting lots of support from the previous driver, Muhammad Shazman Reza. While not being a Lunite herself, she is determined to make things done in the HoloType scene. Of course, she was fuming that she had to lose out to Nakamura in the HoloGT3 race. That just also shows you how much of a competitive spirit Sakura has at the moment. And you can see here Sakura getting absolutely close there to All Course's gap. And speaking of which, looking into Callum Gibbons right now. Callum Gibbons looking to only have 15 laps of field, and Tara having 17 laps of field. So they are now essentially on equal strategies here. So we are. Oh, by the way, we are going to try out a slightly different timing tower. See if you like it or not. At least you can tell which of your teams are currently up there. As you see, Riva and Rohan again going side by side between each other, and now Jeff Rohan's down to 14th. Lap 13, and Antara has only set a 1:34.503. He actually set a another good personal best so far, but he's still doing very good so far. Daniel Barger, meanwhile, is charging with a 1:35.622, matching the top 10's median speed. Well, Hoshizuna Rio is now down in last place. Looks like I don't think he's actually pitted. I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna need to double check the Zen leaderboard later, but for now we are going to be checking pit stops. And right now there are no pit stops. It looks like it is a genuine mistake there from Hoshizuna Rio. So we are gonna have a slight check on what happened. Now it's just Hoshizuna Rio losing a lot of time though, but I think this may explain it. Actually, never mind. He's just been pretty slow at the moment, so yeah, that kind of explains it. But anyways, back onto the race, we still have Lexi Bowen and that's Misaki Sakura. I mean, that's Kizaru Leo though, trying to fend off against Lexi Bowen around the outside. But Lexi Bowen's gonna try her best to get herself into the points. But now we are gonna be seeing that's Lexi Bowen and Rustin Caraccio. Lexi Bowen's now up into 16th place against Rustin Caraccio. What a great move that was from the Sugar Inoue driver. So got a lot more in the tank here in Autopolis. Sakura, meanwhile, still catching Rim Olger in the revival of the Suba Luna battle. And Sakura and Chris a very good exit here. Wimberley against Grant. Grant having to back off there. Now he is that's Wimberley under pressure from Daniel Barger, who is on a charge right now, trying to find a way past Zeke Wimberley. are now on lap 15. Turner and Tanner have now crossed the line, continue to set faster lap times than Callum Gibbons. What a drive this has been from Antara so far. 3 seconds so up to against Gibbons up to this point. The defending race winner in Fuji. Antara is absolutely showing to everyone who he can actually do. Meanwhile, Austin Wizard and YG Kaczynski are on a potential battle on their own. Still, massive question marks as to what's going to happen next, as we now have the first driver in the pits, Lexi Bowen. So it's going to be a full pit stop and a slight repair on the right side of the car. Meanwhile, Hoshizano Rio lost a lot of time. So that also tells you an interesting story as to what happened. Bowen now goes down to 22nd with her pit stop. Meanwhile, Sakura still on the charge against Olgor Kaczynski, finding a way past a Wizard. Cashew against Nakamura. Look at the interesting tandem battles that I noticed here. Also Shakib Reza and then Mikolev on back. Shakib Reza doing very well to stay inside 9th place. Remember that this is a race for the HoloType Japan CO series qualification, so right now they are going to try their best to make their way up a few positions. Great runs after great runs. Mikolev against Shakib Reza. Shakib Reza. Alright, that's Joshua Asahi though, trying to make a move down the inside. You saw where the cameras went there. The Hakui Courier number 54 is now alongside the Sakura Miko number 35. It's Elite versus Zuno into turn 3. Oh, contact between the two, almost sending Mikolev off into the gravel trap and into the Armco. But you can see here, Joshua Asahi isn't giving up just yet. But look at Chaka Labradorus though, looking at the opportunity as well to make a move against Joshu. Now Raymond Rosales joins in on the pit stop crusade. Lexi Bowen is in out there. Raymond Rosales has just exited, and it's now going to be a no flame battle temporarily. But now both of them are now back in it. Wizard, both of them will be heading to the pits. Now, interesting thing to know here for for those who will be going for the undercut strategy is that both of them are actually gonna need lots of clean air and lap times to fall back on. As Leonard goes down the inside once again against the likes of Jeff Rohan, but nothing coming off of it so far. And again, back into the pit stops here. Sakura and Wizard really need some clean air to work with, and right now Sakura has a lot of clean air to work with because she is now 9 seconds ahead of 9 seconds behind Daniel Barger. Also, Wizard not far behind as well, so they should be able to make use of the open air to basically the amount of open space here to set fast laps to overtake them in the pit stop cycles. 17 laps complete, and you are still, who am I talking to? But anyways, it's Kaji Mikalev now having a great exit though against Mohamed Shakib Reza though. Mikalev in the 35, Shakib Reza in the 77. They're not alongside. Czech Labradors might have to try. It's gonna be same goes here as Leo now tries to defend around the outside against Russ and Caraccio. It's a bratty battle between the two. Both of them under 145 centimeters. One will have to go and the other is still staying. Oh, you can see here almost contact between the two, but Leo manages to hang on. And so the Smug Witch beats the Smug Hollox leader, the founder. But anyways, that's not the point here. As you can see here, Leo though managing to stay where she is now, up into 12th place. Of course, some of the positions are gained through pit subcycles. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Leo can burst through inside the top 10 as she now sets her sights on Pachaka. Riding moments from time to time, sometimes I mention here in these races because of crazy crashes, but right now we haven't seen any. Will we be seeing one? We have no clue. But I think these cars, relatively speaking, should be safe from all flips, especially in the dastardly second hairpin. As Garage now goes down the inside against Kizuhara Leo. Leo might just be able to defend, but I think they're both still side by side. This time Karasha is able to stick with her. Leo stays on the outside, turn 3, turn 4, it's going to be still Kizuhara Leo who leads. You want to check the Labrador as it gets Kaminari Reba. It's still a interesting look here to see who's going to be ahead. Mama Cashudo on the hunt against Irie Nakamura in fifth place right now, while both of them will still have to make pit stops. Russell Caraccio is about to be called into the pits. Kizuhara will be pretty safe though, much to the dismay of Caraccio. Not sure if you noticed it, but Sakura hasn't been able to gain some time here onto Daniel Barger, as they are now both of them actually setting 236s. So that's gonna throw a damper to anyone who makes an undercut strategy, because the tires are not warming up very quickly. And remember that the ambient temperatures are only around 11 degrees. Then that is gonna cause issues to if you want to cool down, if you want to warm up your tires. Now Karasha coming into pits. Oh yeah, for the purposes of commemoration here, we will be doing a memorial run for Kizuhara Leo after this race. So we will be running both. We will be running in all 3 cars that Kizuhara Leo has driven in ARO competitions: HoloLype GT3, Formula HoloLype, and HoloType, for 1 lap here in Autopolis, to see and also commemorate the story of Kizuhara Leo. Have given us so much in these years. But anyways, we still have racing to do, as we now have Jeff Rohan ahead of Russell Caraccio, as both of them, I believe, have already made their pit stops. Ramon is currently exiting the first hairpin already. El Santara already exiting the first hairpin, so Remo Rosales is about to get lapped. There is Kamen Rider coming into the pits as again. Here's Mama Casio trying to find a way past Irene Nakamura. Still stalemate between the two. Riba's battle is with Kurashio, and then here is Kurashio. Riba is still stationary inside his pit box. And Riba has already gone out of his pit box well ahead of Jeff Rohan. So right now it will be the strategy is currently in absolute favor of the overcutters. Whoever pits late because of the slow tire warm-up. And that's absolutely playing into the hands of those who do want to make their runs here. Barreling through into the second sector and coming into the second hairpin. Still doing pretty okay there, Riba. Meanwhile, as far as potential battles are concerned, really can't tell which one I can talk about other than Kizaru charging through against Shaka Labrador. But again, you can see here, 0.2 of a second faster than Shaka on previous lap. So we're playing with margins here. And right now we still have Chaka Labradors trying to fend off Kizuhara Leo's charge and that number 8 Shion machine. Into Santo with a long left-hander they go. And now we are still trying to see if Leo's able to find a way past Chaka, but right now we will check into other drivers, Mama Casio in particular, see if he can get close to Nakamura in 5th place. As Kyle Gibbons now comes into the pits, he will try to have a slight variation in pistol strategy to Antarao, but right now it will be Antarao's job to build as much gap as he can right now, and hope that the undercut strategy mishaps also happen to Gibbons if Antarao wants to have a serious chance to win this race. Chaka Labradors and Kizuhara Leo also come in for their pit stops here. Leo's battle will be between herself and Riba and Rohan, and this is where they are right now. I'm looking at Toshizuna Rio though. Toshizuna Rio is the only one who has not made any pit stops, but he has been pretty slow. Not sure what happened in the car, but he is still bolstering through. As you can see here, Toshizuna Rio sitting at 137.0. Very concerning here. Riba in the main straight, Kizuhara Leo just gets out. And it looks to me that Kizuhara Leo might just be able to stay out. Beats Chaka Labradors as well. Chaka Labradors loses out to both Riba and Rohan. That's a slow pit stop from the Maserati number 7 team. And Kizuhara Leo now in 16th at the moment, but will the charge be able to continue? Next drivers coming to the pits, Daniel Barger, Alex Grant, and Mohammad Shakif Reza in the 41, 63, and 77 machines. And Kurashio has just overtaken Labradors as Labrador struggles to warm up his tires. Lexi Bowen also on the hunt as well against Shaka. Both kind of fought between each other in the Split A race in Fuji. Now they're going to need to try again here in Autopolis. Shaki Reza meanwhile goes into the pits. Grant as well, as I mentioned. And Daniel Barger joins in as well. Sakura should have a chance to at least be on the podium with that performance so far, but still needs to be sure to be ahead of Kaczynski and all that, and Gibbons, who have already beaten Sakura by only 3 seconds. So Sakura still has a hope that she can stay on the podium positions as it stands. And Daniel Barger now exits in 18th place, right ahead of Rustin Carrascio. I'm not sure if the tires already warmed up just yet, but meanwhile we've got Chaka Lavadores and Lexi Bowen now going side by side between each other. But it's going to be Chaka still ahead as Antara finally comes into the pits. And since this is where Gibbons is right now, Antara should be safe in the pit stop delta. Antara should be in the position where he should be leading this race. Meanwhile, Olgord's going to stay out for as long as he can. Hope that he has a miracle in this strategy to at least score a podium as well. A win is not likely on the cards here as Leo now goes up again in 15th place against Alex Grant. And now gets Cameron Riba, who had pitted earlier than Leo. Leo's going to make absolutely huge opportunities to make her way into 14th and into other positions. Checker also coming into the pits down in 13th, also showcasing something. Oshison Rio, meanwhile, will be pitting in the next time unless he is on an under overcut strategy, so there might be some merit in this, but he's currently running in 12 and gets the pits, and he will be losing more positions. So that is something to look at. Oh, that's Isakaji Mikolev trying to make a way past Alcer and Chanarao. But Mikolev has yet to make a pit stop, and Tanara already has, and he is struggling with tire warm-up as well. And yes, Antaro have just beaten Callum Gibbons, and here's Callum Gibbons right now. The warm-up tire, but he needs to pass Wimberley and Asahi, who have worn up but still warm tires. You got Daniel Barger and Rustin Carrascio now trading blows between each other, but it's going to be Rustin Carrascio now ahead. Barger not having any response on that. Rim Ongora is now coming into the pit. Anson Tarao absolutely needing a position to take his race lead back soon enough. And he's now looking into the rear mirror. It's Kaji Mikolev, who is not going to be scheduled to make a pit stop this lap, but Joshua Zahi will. And Cashew as well. Rim Ongora is still in the pits here. And Tarao has cleared a lot of them. Now that only leaves Nakamura and Mikolev. Nakamura will be pitting in the next 8 laps. Mikolev will be pitting in the next 8 laps as well. These two drivers going for the extreme overcut strategy. Still got lots to play for here in this race. Joshua Sahi in last play, one of the last drivers to come into the pits here. Asahi's battle is with Shakib Reza, and Shakib Reza is currently barreling down the main straight. Shakib Reza trying to see if he can stay ahead, and the answer is going to be no, he is not. But the tire warm-up advantage might just still be in Shakib Reza's hands, and look how the gas will close down dramatically. It's now 1.5 seconds, 1.4, soon to be 1.3. As they now come into the corner to Sahi, this is where he will be struggling a lot. And you can see here Shakib Reza blitzing through the gaps here, but Joshua Sahi might just barely be ahead. Shakib Reza still having a very great exit off of these corners, having great runs on these acceleration zones. And now Shakib Reza might actually think of making a move down the inside, but actually has to think better off. Shakib Reza can try again. Cashew already pitted, is now in 10th place, doing very well there for the Watamates. Callum Gibbons, though, meanwhile, is absolutely clawing, is absolutely hounding Zeke Wimberley's gap. Zeke Wimberly, also one of the drivers who have yet to make a pit stop just yet. And now Kyle Gibbons is going to try to force a move down the inside on a pretty bent up number 64 machine. Nakamura 16 seconds ahead of Mikolev, but remember, both of these drivers will have to make their pit stops soon enough. And right now there will be a call from Nakamura to come into the pits. Cal Gibbons gets very close, but not close enough. And Ashaki Reza, having his tires warm up, is now going to be under pressure from Kizo Kaminari Reba, who is in 14th place, trying to find a way into even more points. And Ira Nakamura comes into the pits. Sakaji Mikolev, no decision from Mikolev just yet. Until now, Mikolev will also come into the pit. And also Zeke Wimberly, which will mean Antara will be consolidating his race lead. What history is going to be made here? The best result for a Onigiria has been third in multiple occasions. Antara has sniffed second multiple times, but has yet to grab that opportunity. But now, on the day Shion is about to graduate, it's going to be another purple car that's going to be winning this race. Well, said to be winning this race, but with Antara now needing to play it safe here in these final few laps here. Antara is currently in the hot seat to win his first ever race in ARO competitions, and Nekomata Kayu is first in ARO competitions as well. And had been coming for the last of the gamers member. Oh, and that's Alton Taro though locking up though in the second hairpin. What's happened there? And that's going to open the door to potentially Callie Gibbons hounding back the gaps here. As you can see here, 7 seconds. Ugh, that was a massive scare. But anyways, Alton Taro just needs to keep it clean, keep it safe. Meanwhile, battles afoot between Rohan and Kurashu, as Rohan now beats Kurashu in the final points positions. And now Zeke Wimberly and Chaka Labradores on their own side-by-side for the Gen 0 drivers. Labradores has made the pass work. And now looking into Zeke Wimberly, who have lost out just a bit. Lexi Bowen is going to be hounding him. Meanwhile, Mohamed Cashew against Irene Nakamura. Both mates of cooking and both absolutely enjoying what they're seeing in aero competitions. Hachama and Watame. Frequent job by the aero for them to like the post. Can't thank them enough. But anyways, we still have Cashew though, trying to make a way past Nakamura on the inside. Goes Mohamed Cashew, but will he have a good braking zone? Oh, dabble on the curb. That means he's not going to go anywhere. Nakamura will stay where she is right now. And of course, Hachama was there to acknowledge the win by Ari Nakamura in the Sepang 500 CO Series race. And here's the fun part as well. After pit stops, we now get to see Sakura up in third place, as we mentioned. She's actually done a very good job on the undercut strategy to now get up into third place, possibly having a very great pit crew here, who managed to change the tires very quickly and efficiently. And now she's looking to get herself into second place. And who knows, if fate is on her side, then she might actually go for Luna's first win in for Himori Luna's first win in HoloType. Sakura hounding. Oh, and meanwhile, here's a party pooper. Raji Kaczynski, 4:134.420, fastest lap in the race so far. Iwato Sosahi has beaten Isakaji Mikolev. We are coming into 14 laps to go here in Autopolis for 80 minutes of racing. The other 80 minutes will be hence the 160 minutes in the Autopolis 160 minutes. Isn't giving him his top 10 opportunity. Meanwhile, there's Jeff Rohan trying to defend against Rustam Gurasio in the final points positions, and then Rohan is able to defend so far. Oh, and that's a pretty nifty exit from both Nakamura and Cashew. Both of them still able to continue on as usual. Gibbons 135.433. Also Taro still staying where he is right now in the lead, leading the most laps out of anyone so far. No one's going to be able to catch him now. So Antaro is absolutely going to give it his best for the field here. Cashew still not far behind Irene Nakamura. Barger not far behind Russian Karasha. Same goes for Chaka Labradoris. You are looking at Misaki Sakura though on her charge to make her way into second place against Count Gibbons. Watch out for Raiji Kaczynski still on that charge in 4th place, but we'll see if any substantial movements will be made. Lap 32, 31 laps complete. We still have 12 laps to go here in the Autopolis 160 minutes split A race, and this Antaro still in control. Reba, meanwhile, trying to find a way past Shaki Pereza, and also Mikolev trying to find a way past Joshua Asahi. Interesting sights to behold so far. Kaczynski now hot on the heels of Sakura's 3rd place right now. The Chocomate is going to be racing with fire on his eyes. He is fire determination to at least bring it home for Choco. Choco is in a recent event here. Kaczynski has admitted that he's only staying in ARO competitions because of Yusuke Choco, and he doesn't really care about any other part of Hall Life. So as long as Choco stays, Raiji Kaczynski will stay, and if Choco does indeed have to leave, that's when Raijin also has to. He's been pretty vocal against the fact that stalwart talents like Gura, Mumei, Shion have on their graduation. He's not happy about that news. Well, we still have a race to do, and right now Kaczynski still racing for Choco, still has purpose in aero competitions, and that's why you see him still making his way around the field. That's a pretty good exit though from Kaczynski. Lap 34, and Antara only has 10 laps to go until he can bring himself home and endear himself finally to the Onigiri. And it's even better since Nekoma Takai also announced her birthday, not exactly a birthday live, but a second solo live Persona Respect, which will be hosted on May 28th at PIA Arena MM, which is situated in, hang on, just wanted to check where it is right now. It's it's actually PIA Arena MM in Yokohama. So that's where Okayo will be performing in her second solo live. So right now, meanwhile, the race has absolutely cooled down in the latter stages of the race. Sakura, you can after having a lackluster first race of the season in Fuji, she's looking to make it all up here in Autopolis with a third place run to mark her title credentials. As it stands, Callum Gibbons will be retaining his spot as championship leader. And right now, I'm not sure who will be able to stop Antara from winning this race, apart from himself. And then we still have Callum Gibbons still having a very, very comfortable spot in the championship lead. Sakura also doing a very good job to stay where she is right now. Although there's Kaczynski on the hunt. But we will have to see if further developments can be found. Rim Olver is gonna mark his way into the top 10 as a result. And also Osne Wizard will finally get up into the top positions. Nakamura and Cashew having ripped out between each other. That is great to see. And then we got Joshua Sahi 9th and Muhammad Shakib Reza in 10th. Sahi will have great amounts of points to earn. As it stands right now, as it stands right now, Callum Gibbons will have a over 170. Callum Gibbons will have a massive amount of points to earn. So as it stands right now, we are looking into the results once again. Shakib Reza will stay in 10th or rather no. So Joshua Sahi will stay in 10th. It looks to me that Tsukage Megalev will be in 10th. Shakib Reza will be in 11th as it stands. Riba and Leo are also in a battle between each other, so they are not going to be having finalized results just yet. Kizara Leo will not score points here, so it will be the case of whoever finishes where. So Leo will steal points away from Barger, who, if Leo didn't race here, it will mean that Barger will be scoring 15th. But you know what? That is in usual circumstances, but we will possibly not even consider Kizahara Leo's position for points anyway. So at this point, Leo will be credited, still will be 13th, but points will go down to 16th place this time. Grant will be scoring 8 points as it stands. And then 14th will be Jeff Rohan, and then Daniel Barger will be scoring a solitary points as it stands. Kizahara Leo, of course, not racing in this race. So your non-points finishers alongside Leo will be Kurashio, Bowen, Labradors, Wimberley, Labradors and Wimberley, and then Rosales and Hoshizuna Rio. And if you look at the points tallies at the moment, and right now, as it stands right now, Lexi Bowen will have the final CO series position up to this point after, despite not scoring any points, she has dropped down to 11. Still a TBD to see. Oh, and speaking of which, we have seen Raiji Kaczynski make his move against Misaki Sakura, so we will see how it unfolded. So here's what happened. So it was a move at the hairpin from Raiji Kaczynski as Sakura actually went off wide. She made a mistake at the second hairpin, and that opened the door for Raiji Kaczynski to make a move down the inside and the outside. And right now that will be Kaczynski up into 3rd place. Great move by the Yuzuki Choco driver. So we are just gonna make some slight updates here. So as it stands right now, Raiji Kaczynski will beat Misaki Sakura in the standings here, and the gaps are gonna be pretty huge. Ooh. Wizard will stay in 5th, Oldor in 6th. Nakamura and Cashew in 7th and 8th, Asahi and McCulloch 9th and 10th, Shikamaza and Reba 11th and 12th, Leo in 13th, but she will not be considered in the points as it stands. So it will be all, and then the remaining points finishers, Grant, Rohan, and Barger. So we're going to be set to have 2 drivers still yet to score points, and yeah, so as it stands right now, we still have a few things to look into as the race is about to come to its conclusion. So as it stands right now, And right now we are checking in the points here. As it stands right now, Callum Gibbons will be 143 points ahead of his next rival, Mohamed Cashew, in second place. Alton Tara will be in third place, marking his credentials to qualify for the CEO at the very least. There's still Le Bon and Sportsline Sugo and Motegi coming right up for these drivers, as we still have much of the qualifier season to go. Kaczynski, meanwhile, is absolutely on the hunt against Kyle Gibbons. His car is now pretty much alive. Hoshizuna Rio, meanwhile, is blocking out Santarao. That might open the door for the leaders to catch up, but the gaps are still pretty huge between Antarao and Gibbons. Kaczynski still on the hunt against Callum Gibbons, as Sakura now has to fall back against the two. Her podium hopes all but gone at this point, unless there is a miracle. Alright, so right now we still have 39 laps complete. Still nothing, no change in positions in recent times, but I think we'll be happy with that. We'd rather have natural racing than racing with gimmicks and championship battles with gimmicks. I prefer things go as natural as it goes. Meanwhile, you get to see Kizaru Leo now going around going with a great exit off the final corner to make a go at it against Kamine Riba. But this time she needs to be fully ahead if she wants to take the corner by herself. And she takes the curb still, but I believe she might still be able to have the chance, but I think she messed up her chances. Ugh. That was a gilt-edged opportunity for Leo to get herself in 12th place. Not that it matters anyway for Leo, for Riba, as he will still score at this point 14 points. So as it stands right now, only the Matsuri, Flare, and Fubuki cars have yet to score points. Wimberley down in 19th, Chaka Labradors and the Matsuri car down in 18th, and Rema Orzal down in 21st. And now Hoshizuna Rio is about to be cleared by Alt Santarao, who now officially puts Rio one lap behind the leader. With 3 laps to go, Alt Santarao has been amazing so far in this HoloType race. And all he needs to do just needs to absolutely keep it safe. And right now, Antarao is giving it everything he's got to make sure this Okayu car performs as well as it should. And what better place to do it than in the qualifiers to boost your position into qualification for the CEO Series. Last time at Fuji, it hasn't been too much at the races, especially given the fact that he was only able to be good enough for 14th place in Fuji Split C. But in Autopolis Split A, it's going to be different. You are still looking at Reggie Kaczynski looking to make one last lap pass, one last gas moment. And still something to monitor in these final laps. Another lap has just started for the race leader, Alton Tarao. And right now, celebratory messages are currently being prepared, but I would say hold your horses, or rather hold your cats in your lap, as Antaro still hangs it around so far. We're looking into an interesting evolution here for both Antara and Okayu. Okayu initially when she joined HoloType was a cool and chill gaming, cool and chill game of her streams. But now we get to see Unikamatakayu turning into a very womanizing, or rather, very women-like. She is very much feminine as she is. She has completely embraced her idol side, which is literally what we mentioned in the solo life. So at this point, Antara will be safe in his position for the foreseeable future. Raj Kaczynski absolutely finding a way past Callum Gibbons for second place, but nothing coming off of it as Antara comes across the line to start one more lap for the Onigiri to cheer on and to almost confirm his spot as already the best in ARO competitions. He will now join the likes of Callum Gibbons as winners in the HoloType Japan and to extent HoloType World as well. He has had a very great run though. He started from pole. He's led the most laps. He didn't lead all the laps. He didn't have the fastest lap, but he is on course to grab what will be a historic win for not just himself and not just Nakamatakayu, but also for all the Onigirias watching. He now has only 2 sectors to go to keep it clean as Irie Nakamura defends against Mohamed Cashew. Kizaru Leo may not be able to get the move done against Kaminari Riba right at the end. But still pretty much touch and go as we start the final lap here of the race here for these two. Will Leo be able to make a move done? They're gonna go side by side. Riba squeezes Leo. That was pretty cheeky, but it had to be done. Didn't squeeze her off the track, but squeeze her enough that she doesn't have space to carry lost speed in the corners. But Antara, Nakamatakayu Nakamatakayu demands respect from everyone to her as one of the top dogs in HoloType, and like Okayu, Antara will deserve respect as we will now bite his way into a race win here in Autopolis. Antara, 2 years of trying and frustration comes to an end here in the Autopolis 160 minutes. He wins it. Callum Gibbons will cross the line in second, Kaczynski third. Sakura will have to be fuming once again that a race win has now come undone once again. Wizard with a great debut for Inagami Korone in HoloType in 5th, Olgor 6th, Nakamura 7th, Mohamed Cashew 8th, Asahi 9th, and Mikolev rounds out the top 10. Shaka Reza has a few more corners left before he secures 11th. Now Shaka Reza will cross the line in 11th, Kaminari Riba 12th. Kizaru Leo try as she could. She will come home with at least 13th place with a good amount of positions gained at the start. Or rather, she didn't start where she was. And also looking at the biggest gainers here, Kaczynski from 8th to 3rd, Riba from 18th to 12th, Barger from 22nd to 16th. While looking at Kizaru Leo, this guest appearance will be enough, at the very least, to soothe the hearts of the Shiokos watching, as they will now have to say goodbye to Murasaki Shion later tonight in her graduation stream scheduled at 9 p.m. Japan time and 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Eastern. So hope you're all ready for that. But anyways, got results to look into. Antara wins the Autopolis 160-minute split A race. Callum Gibbons has to come home second, but he will maintain the championship lead for Roboco. Yuzuki Choko's Raji Kaczynski stays in third. Sakura 4 for 4. Himamori Luna, alternate wizard in his debut race for Korone, will finish 5th. And then Rim Ogre 6 for Ozora Subaru. Nakamura 7 for Hachama. Cashew 8 for Watame. Joshua Sahi 9 for Koyori. And the Sagaji Mikala rounds out the top 10 for Sakura Miko. 11 is Mama Sakureza and Momosa Nene with Kaminari Riba 12 for Shishiro Botan. And in Leo's final penultimate race in HoloType for Murasaki Shion, he will finish 13th. Alice Grant will be credited as 13th in this race with, at least as far as points paying drivers go, with 14th place for Yukihara Lamy. Jeff Rowan will take 4 points as he finishes 14th out of the points paying drivers for Tokoyami Toa, despite finishing 15. And then a Barger, in the normal circumstances, he will be finishing outside the points. But because Kizuhara Leo is not a points, it is not eligible to earn points and will not be eligible to steal points away from drivers. Daniel Barger finishes 16th and with 1 point. Russell Grasio 17th for Lapis Darkness. Zeke Wimberley 18th for Czech Republic. Czech Labradors is his debut for Nasser Monster hadn't gone to plan as he finishes 19th. Lexi Bowens' home race in Autopolis has not gone to plan for her as she will be finishing 20th for Noel. Ray Marzales also in his debut in HoloType has not gone well for Charnoy Flair and for Hoshizuna Rio, 22nd and last for Nakiri IMA driver. And with that out of the way, we are just going to save the replay and check the championship standings, as we are now going to officially get this race official, as we essentially set the wrong intermission here, excuse me, a wrong screen. But anyways, we do have the race properly saved and with the results set to be properly saved as well. Right. So we are now going to move over into the standings here. To see how it looks for the rest of the field here. Here are your point standings here and your race finishers. We are now going to sort it out to the championship standings, and now we have had our confirmations here. Cal Gibbons will stay where he is in the top spot, 143 points ahead of Cashew, and Antaro now barrels his way into the top 3 after what has been an amazing showing for the Nekomata Okayu team. 4th place goes to Raja Kaczynski after his amazing charge at in this race. He will be credited with 4th. Misaki Sakura has done also very well as it stands right now. And speaking of which, we are just going to also point out about the other finishers here. Raja Kaczynski 4th, Misaki Sakura 5th, Rasen Kurashio 6th. Hoshizuna Rio will be falling down into 14th place. Just wanted to adjust the names here. Raja Kaczynski 4th, Misaki Sakura 5th, Raisen Kurashio 6th, Alex Grant 7th, and here's a bit of a interesting development here. Osnet Wizard, after his great results here in Autopolis, will be the one who will be taking 8th place. And then Rim Olgor and Mohammad Shakib Reza make up the rest of the top 10. Lexi Bowen will be the driver who will be in 11th. Just wanted to adjust it in the championship standings. At least not here, but in the Photoshop. So Olgor will be in 9th, Shakib Reza 10th, Lexi Bowen 12th, Nakamura 12th, and Barker 13th, Hoshizuna Rio 14th. Joshua Asahi 15th, Isekaiji Mikolev will be in 16th. Oh wait, Lexi Bowen Nakamura. Joshua Asahi, Isekaiji Mikolev, and then Chaka Labradores, Jeff Rohan, and then after that, sorry, no, it's Mikolev and give me a second. It's Chaka Labradores. Wait, no. It's Joshua Asahi, Isekaiji Mikolev, Chaka Labrador, Rio Asahi Mikolev, Riba Rohan, then Chaka Labradors, and then Ray Mark Rosales. At least that's what it looks here. Yeah, that's what it looks. Yeah, that's what it actually looks. So we are just going to record in the points. Oh yeah, and after this race is now considered to be official. Chaka Labradores, Raymond Rosales, and Zeke Wimberley will be tied for no points between each other. So we are just going to save the split A standings as well as the thingy. So yeah, that should be all for today's stream. I hope you all enjoy the split A race here in Autopolis, in the Autopolis 160 minutes. We'd like to thank everyone for your viewership, as well as a big thank you to Kizuhara Leo and Murasaki Shion so far, and especially for Murasaki Shion, who will be ending her HoloLype stint tonight. We hope that Shion and the Shiokos are going to be able to enjoy some solace, knowing that they've spent a good amount of time together with their Oshi, even if it is turbulent. And I would like to wish Shion the best of luck in her next endeavors in life. But whatever the case is, we hope everyone here has enjoyed the Split A race. Because our Leo's job is not over yet. She still has 1 point race left in HoloType Japan that she needs to do this weekend, and that will be the Split B race. So I hope everyone is going to be able to tune into the Split B race tomorrow. That being said, I'm Mama Reza in the commentary booth, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Split B race of the Autopolis 160 minutes. I would like to thank Murasaki Shion for your services in HoloLype. And that being said, take care everyone, and we'll see you in Shion's graduation live, and then the Split B race in Autopolis. Take care everyone. No. We are actually going to scratch our plans to have the race, the stream end here. We still have one more thing to do. Apologies. We will have a few we will be doing a few laps here in Autopolis. To close out the stream here, we are going to be doing 3 laps of racing here. Using the cars driven by Kizuhara Leo in Formula HoloLype, HoloLype GT3, and also HoloType as a sign of commemoration of Murasaki Shion's service. Apologies, I almost forgot that I needed to do this. So give me time to process all this. Yeah. So we will be doing one more stream. We will be doing one more race to essentially close out the stream. And after we finish the 3 laps, oh by the way, this will not be with commentary. So that will be that. So it will be 3 laps in Autopolis to essentially be a commemoration of Murasaki Shion. I hope everyone is still tuning into the stream. So yeah, so we have 2 of Kizuhara Leo's cars, all 3 of Kizuhara Leo's cars, ready to run for one last time as a salute to the witch. So here's the Formula HoloLype car for Shion, the HoloType car for Shion, and the Holo GT3 car for Shion. 1 lap of racing. For 1 lap of racing, we'll most likely go use a combination of cameras. And again, thank you for Murasaki Shion for your time in HoloLype since 2018. I would like to wish you all the best of luck in your next endeavors. Actually, scratch. We forgot to change the livery. Give me a second. Apologies for the slight blooper. Apologize for the slight blooper. We forgot to change the livery back to the standard version. Okay, we're gonna try this again. This time, with the livery with the right livery. So we will have we have Kizaru the Formula HoloType car, and then we also have the HoloType car and the Holo GT3 car. Anyways, enjoy these next few laps here as commemoration of Murasaki Shion's services.